R2 Cents.
With Oscar.
Bum, bum, ba-dum. Anyways, how are you, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary folk? You almost saw another mistake that I made right there. Anyways, we are now on YouTube, and I don't know what to say when I say that, but subscribe. Anyways, whatever. The thing that I'm trying to do right now is trying to get this thing rolling so that when we record with whoever it may be, this is going to be awesome. So for the time being, we are going to sit here and complain about shit. What shit? For example, my finger right there from punching the bag. Now it looks like I have crusty hands, which I do, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I hate? Looking at how non-symmetrical my face is. But that's neither here nor there either. Happy Hanukkah. Is it Hanukkah? No, Hanukkah passed already. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyways, so we are excited because we bought a backdrop. You guys see that right there? Anyways, that's a very expensive backdrop. Just kidding. It's not an expensive backdrop. It's just a curtain I had laying around, which is not even big enough for my back. Anyways, but I did order a backdrop that is going to make it look a lot spicier. Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm just saying dumb shit. Only because I have to keep doing this because a couple of months back, a month, right? A couple of months back, I said I should be doing an episode a week. And I am back thinking the same thing. Is just hard. It's another level from where I was. Because before I was where I was just doing the audio and it wasn't important the way I move, the way I talk. Now that there is actual action being happening. And don't mind my roadcaster box behind me. That's private. Don't look at it. Anyways, I wanted to make a list, but I didn't. So we'll just wing it. And what the things that have been bothering me lately. Let's see. Let me back up a little bit. I'm taking a step back because I'm thinking about what should I say, because it gets harder. Every time I look at the video, it just confuses the fuck out of me. And now you can't be doing that dumb shit because, look, there is different light sources in here, and we have to work on that. I cannot close that door. I cannot. Otherwise, I'll start baking in here. But for the time being, we are going to work with this. And I don't understand why the fucking camera keeps turning yellow. Look, you see that? Jesus Christ. Let me see. I think we're going to go with that one. That looks better. Okay. And so the opinionated opinion on how things have been, if that makes sense. So the last, let's see, where have we been? It's like last year almost, well, but it did. And as you could tell, I put my headphones the wrong way. Now we can hear the future now that the headphones are in the correct position. Anyways, so I'll back up to like December of 2019. That's when I decided enough was enough, and because there was for the longest I wanted to. How do I put this in words? It's the thought that I wanted to share, but I don't know how to put it in words. I always wanted to pursue radio. It was one of those things that seemed impossible for me to even comprehend or understand where to start. I had many goals when I was. See, these people, they don't fucking understand that I'm recording, right? Jesus Christ, people. For there used to be a time where I wanted to be a radio host, or I don't even know what they're called. Is it a DJ? I think Rolando Molina said it was a DJ. But my understanding is a DJ plays only music. But what is the radio? It's radio host, right? That's the right word, radio host. I think it is. Anyways, I wanted to be a radio host because it seemed interesting. It was something that it seemed almost outside of the realm of the possibilities of what I could accomplish, what I could do. But I never actually pursued it. I used to make my own mixtapes, and me even a recording on them, which were the dumbest things I've ever probably tried to do. It might be dumb for me, but I mean, anyways, who's to say it was dumb? But this was when I was. I hate how the freaking lighting does that. Anyway, we probably can fix that, but we'll work on that later. What was I saying? Back in I don't know 2000. I'm going to go as far as 2003. Back in 2003, that's when I used to just sit in the living room and act like I was fucking recording a song or something. I would just turn the radio on, put the cassette, mind you, cassette. Still recording in cassette during those times. Well, I would put the cassette in, let the song play, and just record over it. I don't even know how I did it. How the fuck did I didn't even have a microphone. How was that even possible? Whatever happened to those recordings? I don't know. A lot of the shit. When I got kicked out at 18, I even lost my high school diploma. I don't even know where that thing went. I didn't even know I was supposed to keep that thing. I thought I was supposed to just, let it fly high, just keep it there. I didn't think it was important. Is it important to know? Who the fuck is asking to see your high school diploma when you're fucking 50? And who the fuck cares about the high school diploma? If you didn't have a career, why would anybody care about your high school diploma? Why would anybody ask you for your high school diploma? When you go apply for a job, they ask you, what education do you have? Do you have college, high school? And mind you, you know what really grinds my gear about that stupid question? Even at fucking McDonald's is asking you, did you graduate college? Like, bitch, did you need a career to fucking flip burgers? No, you don't. But you can make it a career out of it if you become the best burger flipper there ever was. Think about that. Anything is possible. You can make a business out of anything. They made a business out of school. And school's not supposed to be a business, right? School's supposed to be to teach kids. to learn to do something, at least comprehension or something. But nowadays, it's just turned into a bunch of fucking business. But that's not what I was saying. I wanted to be a radio host. I knew of the internet. I knew what it was for, but I never thought about qualifications to become a radio host. It's amazing. It's not amazing. But I wonder what the qualifications to become a radio, if I can spell radio right, a radio host. Now, why did you? That's weird. Don't do that shit right now because wait a minute. No, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. You know what? This bitch right here. This cunt right here is doing something it's not supposed to. Anyways, so we said qualifications. I can't even spell. It's a bunch of fucking shit. It doesn't even say you need to have this, you need to have that. Wouldn't that make it better to simplify it? And why am I searching in fucking Yahoo? No way, no fucking way I'm doing that. Who the fuck uses Yahoo to research shit? Nobody. Jesus Christ. I'm about to fucking change this shit. Anyways. Qualifications. It says most radio hosts earn a bachelor degree in radio broadcasting and related fields, such as communications, journalism, or music or sports communications. Having a bachelor's degree can confirm to potential employers that you have the required knowledge of radio practice and skills to succeed in the industry. Today, one of the most successful radio hosts is a podcaster. I don't know if I'm one of the most successful, but he's one of my idols. I'm not even gonna say his name because I don't want that to be associated, and anyways. I don't even know why I won't say the name. I just won't say it. Mind your business. Come on, dude. This is, where was I? So apparently that's what you need. You need a degree in communications. Isn't communication mostly what football players take? Such an easy class just to pass the class and they're able to play. Anyways, journalism makes sense. Music and sports communication, which I really don't give a flying fuck about. Simple reason. If, say, the Lakers win, what the fuck do I get? That I have never understood. Why do people get so invested? Why do people get so invested in saying the Lakers won, getting excited? Like, what do you get out of them? You don't even get that rooster singing at you just because the Lakers won. They don't even pay you anything for watching the game. They don't give a single fuck about what you do, what you say. They don't care whatsoever. So, for that reason, I gave up on sports. It's not because of weed and alcohol. No, 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 no. It wasn't because of that. It wasn't weed and alcohol that destroyed most of my dreams and aspirations. No, it was not. It was me wanting to do those things. But it wasn't that. It was me. And, you know, about addictions, people, guys, I think I'm addicted to marijuana. I'll say it. But you won't ever see me crying about it. Any of the addictions that I've had in the past, I'm embarrassed about. I truly regret even having them, but there's no way in hell that I'll sit here and cry that, oh, I made it make me sing. I want to make him funny because some of those stuff that I did were fucking dumb, hilariously dumb and stupid and funny. Like, well, some I if you know anything about Riverside, downtown Riverside, it's scary because it has a lot of homeless. And why are homeless called bums no more? Is that offensive to call a homeless a bum? But technically they are bums because they don't. Now, okay, this is a touchy subject. I understand mental health and all, but let's call it what it is. Being bums is just you not doing anything for yourself all day long. That's a bum. I used to be a bum. Right before my kids were born, I was the biggest, like, okay, so let's see. If I want to do the math, so I got kicked out at 18, but I had a job, which I did not give a fuck about, and I got fired, and I got another job, but that's why I couldn't keep a job, because I wouldn't give a shit about it. And even today, I still don't give a fuck about jobs. I don't. You know why? Because your employer comes around and tells you, oh, yes, we're doing everything we can for you. And we'll make sure that you're taken care of on your time of need whenever you need it and this and that. But at the end of the day, if they want to fire, they'll fire you. And that's why I don't give a fuck about a job. Excuse my emphasis on the F word. And that's why I never looked into becoming a radio host. See how everything circled back together? Anyways, but I wanted to be a radio host. I just didn't know how to approach it, how to do it. I didn't know any of that. And now I know a lot of people thrive. A lot of people have thrived in the past where when they don't have any support from their peers or anything of that nature. But I guess my train of thought wasn't like that. You know, your upbringing has a lot to do with it. Because I have cousins that were nurtured. I don't even know if nurtured is the right word. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I have cousins that my parents used to be like, why don't you be more like so and so? You see, she's doing all this classes, college classes, and blah, 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 and this and that. Fast forward 11 years. Fast forward 11 years. I love my cousin. They have always been nothing but beautiful to me. But cousin, you were on your way to college. Whatever the fuck that means, because I don't even believe in college. I don't even believe in that shit no more. I don't even give a flying fuck if my kids, okay. Because like I said, I don't give a fuck about work and I don't give a fuck about school. Only because though, well, cause work, because they don't give a fuck about you. That's why I don't give a fuck about it. But school, I don't give a fuck about it because it's become a means formed to make money of the children rather than making money off of what they are learning. And excuse my hiccups, Jesus Christ. Ooh. But I just don't think the schools has a best interest on the children's learning. I think the school's interest is mainly for acquiring the paycheck that they get per child. If it wasn't that, please explain to me. Maybe I'm stupid. I know I'm dumb. I don't know anything. That's why I'm doing the podcast, and that's why I try to talk to as many people as I can, so I can dumb myself down just a little bit, so I can learn shit and things. But maybe I'm wrong by saying that school's only interest is just the sole purpose of making the money from the child. Because think about it. At least the school district that my kids go to here in California, at the very least, if you have so many absence to school, the police gets involved. And the reason why the police gets involved is because the school's not getting paid. No one's getting the money because the child is not going to school. That's why. That's why, yes. That's the only reason, because somebody's not getting paid because your child didn't go to school and he's supposed to be at school. It's not because he's not at school learning, because if they really gave a fuck about learning, they would find subjects the kids are more interested in. But the majority of everything they teach at school, kids don't even give a fuck about. How do I know? Because my kids brought home readings from school. And let me tell you, he does not give a single fuck about whatever the fuck they're telling him to read. He's not interested in that. He's not interested in that. He's interested in computer stuff like coding. He's interested in that. That shit just calls him. But school is suppressing that from him. They don't even have a program where they could teach kids like as young as 9 years old coding. Imagine if a lot of kids got into coding in high school. Imagine what the possibility of innovation would be. But with power comes great responsibility. Just like Spider-Man said. You gotta remember, great power gives great responsibility. Because most of the innovators, let's think about Elon Musk, because that's, well, you know what? He is the biggest innovator right now, but Jeff Bezos just fucking knocked it out of the park, fucking selling all of us shit. And I said you guys, right? How dare I say you guys? Just involve you and you, just you. Like you're the only one doing it. I'm not doing it. I didn't just buy fucking microphones off of Amazon. I didn't buy this off of Amazon. I didn't order this off of Amazon. I didn't order that off of Amazon. I didn't order that off of Amazon. No. I went to my local store because I do shop local in Riverside. That's why I go to my local Best Buy. Is that even shopping local? No, that's not shopping local. That's shopping corporation. And I never even finished my thought on how I wanted to become a radio host. Let me back up a little bit. So back to the radio host. I never looked into it. And when I want to say 10th grade, before 11th grade, let's just say, just round it up to 11th grade. Before 11th grade, I had all these dreams and aspirations of, oh, I'm going to go to college. I was taking all these AP classes. Like, what the hell was the point of those AP classes? I dropped them after my sophomore year. I dropped them. I guess I realized that I wasn't going to go into any field that would require college, per se. I wanted to go into a field that required education, not college education. I think about things different. Life to me is a precious thing that most of us don't take into consideration when we're going through our day of how complex things are. That's why I think that flat earthers, they fall into that because, but what the fuck do I know too? I don't even know if they're right about the earth being flat. Now, my guess would be if I go up to the space station and I look down, and if it's a perfect circle, right? Obviously it's not a perfect circle, but if it's kind of like a circle and you look down, it will look flat at a certain length. That distance, at a certain distance, at a certain distance, it would probably look flat up to a certain distance. But once you get to a certain point, you'd probably see the ball. I wonder. It must be weird. But you know what? With Dogecoin, I'm going to go all the way to the moon, and then I'm going to find out. Because I'm telling you, Dogecoin is going up. I don't know anything, but I looked at the chart, and I called it. But I didn't trust my judgment. I told my wife, this thing is going to go up this week. And what did it do today? It went up more than 10 cents. Because it was at 41 and it was at 29. So it went about 11 cents up. Good job, Dogecoin. Woohoo, we're going to go to the moon together. And I'm not taking anybody with me. Fuck all of you. All of the ones that I told about this shit last year around this time. Because if you've been listening to me since the beginning of times of our 2 cents, which I know there might be a couple, even though it's only a couple listening. But you guys have been listening and I appreciate it. And you guys are the reason why I get back to do this. Now I just want to get better at talking to myself. And I've already gone 28 minutes. It was a struggle at first because I didn't know how to do it. And the most frustrating thing is I have to manage this. It's hard. But I'm up for the challenge. Anyways, see how dumb I am? You see that? I forgot what we were talking about right now. Sports, communication, Dogecoin to the moon. Oh, yes, last year I was making, okay, so I feel like I have to talk about this again because I want to. So last year I joined Life 365. I joined a mentor group where they were supposed to be teaching me how to trade like forex, foreign exchange, right? I joined the group. When my friend asked me to join, and I told him I would join by a certain day, because I didn't have the money to join right there and then, because there was like $300 and something, and I had to pay him Bitcoin, so I paid Bitcoin for that too. So, anyways, the calls were just about every day. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Hey, listen, that I'm learning this. Blah 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 blah. Da 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 da. So I got excited the more my friend would call and ask me what I think about that, and teaching me a little, like just throwing nuggets at me every time and just getting me excited for it. And the day that I joined finally came, and you know, the calls almost stopped right away because I joined, and the next day he never called. And the following day he did call, yes. And I guess this, I don't want to put out his business or anything out there, but relationship issues, I guess it was the problem. And the calls from him to me, from my friend to me, would would have would stop. They stopped. No, would have. They did stop. And that was the first sign where it was like, this is total bullshit. Now, I'm not saying forex is total bullshit. What I'm saying is the whole stupid pyramid scheme that they do that I had signed up for, it's what makes it stupid. Because they will not let you join their crew or their group if you don't want that passive income that they swear by. Now, I told them since the beginning, I really don't give a fuck about the passive income. I don't. I'll figure that out myself. I just want to learn the trading part, how you do it, how do you read the charts, the ups, the downs, the lows, and the valleys, and whatever the fuck they're called, the bullish, and the bearish. And I don't know the terms. I forgot them because I stopped learning because I had to go back to this. I told my friend I only wanted to focus on just learning to trade. Why? Because I was already working on the podcast. I didn't have time, any extra time to put aside so I could actually, find people that wanted to do the whole trading as well and that they wanted to get passive income. But most people don't want the stupid passive income. All right? Listen, Entrepreneur Life 365, whatever the fuck your name is. I'm so pissed off at him. And I didn't really want to talk about it because I didn't want to throw certain individuals under the bus, and I don't feel like I am. But if I am, anyways, I had so much love, and I say had because we grew apart now. Mainly because of that. I know it was because of that. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm saying it was because of that, because after that, the calls stopped completely. I never received any support from anybody since the beginning. Okay, no, let me back up. I received some support the first couple of weeks. Now, motherfuckers wanted me to fucking build a fucking list of shit of goals and shit. I did the list, and those were genuine goals. And in those goals, my podcast could not fit in. That was the beginning of it. I was like, I don't know about that. I really want to learn to trade, but I don't want the whole passive income thing because it just seems like a pyramid scheme to me. And it is. It is. They say it's not. They swear to you up and down that it's not. But it is. Because if you don't bring anybody in, you're not going to make any money off of that passive income. But, I mean, now, I was very I was very upset with right after. That's why I'm saying that I didn't talk about it at all. I just said I'm out and I don't want to do this because of that. I got the podcast and that. I think that's what I said. And if I share more, oh well. Well, I already shared it. And I just didn't. I felt left like you're in now. We got your money. Whatever you do, if you're not turning in your list, then we can't help you. That was basically it. And it was because look, I never sent any of those stupid lists that they wanted me to send them. Like goals for the week, how many people do you want to talk to, how many people you want to convince to get in the group, all those sort of questions. They were there. And I was totally unhappy with it because it was literally getting in the way of my podcast. A lot. So I stopped doing it and the friendship stopped. The friendship did come to an end. This fool did not even fucking call me ever again. Since the last time I told him I was out, I wasn't gonna pay the next month, and I'm over it. I'm done. Since that call, I have not received a single fucking phone call from air quotes, open air quotes, my friend, right? And I kept this shit going. And a lot of people around me, I annoyed them. I annoyed a lot of people around me. A lot of people, there was some people that I had actually podcast with prior to that I kind of, hey, I'm doing this. I'm trying to do this. Would you be interested? I shot my DM. I shot my shot because that's what they wanted me to do. And, I'm one that'll play ball. I'll play ball if you want me to play ball. But if I realize or I recognize the patterns that you're working with, I'll just start little by little, I'll back away. But what I'm saying is that the calls stop from the so-called friends. Now, I still have a lot of love for the dude. I don't have any hate for him whatsoever. So if that's what you're thinking, it's not that. It's just me being upset at the fake. Is fakeness the word? Yeah, it seems fake to me. That's fake as fuck when you stop talking to somebody just because they decided not to do what you were doing. That's partly why I stopped. And because, like I said, I don't give a fuck about it. Okay, why do they push the passive income so hard? If they believe that the fucking trading is going to make you a shit ton of money alone, why do they push the fucking building your pyramid so much? Because it's a pyramid scheme. Simple. And I'm done with that subject. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it because it's an emotional subject to me, and I don't want to get emotional about it and then say something I regret later, which I might have already done, but I don't give a fuck about because people don't give a fuck either. So, anyways, so that's that, and yeah, I'd like to thank my mother. I'd like to thank Jesus Christ. I'd like to thank especially all of you for listening. All of the listeners that have been coming back and listening to my episodes regardless of how I feel about them. Because most episodes I feel like those dog shit. Don't post that. And I wanted to make it a video. I wanted to make a solo one today because it's Friday, right? And we're going to party tonight. I don't even know what that is. But I'm trying to say my goodbyes already because how you say, my friend, anyways, I like to thank every one of you for listening, and I keep saying thank you. And we do have a YouTube channel now, so just hit the subscribe. It doesn't cost you much. It means the world to me. I want to get this shit rolling. Who remembers that song? Nobody does. Anyways, thank you again for listening. And this was fun. Deuces.